Hello friends, today we will study nervous system. This system is very important among all the systems. Let me tell you friends, this chapter is going to be very interesting as the video progress. So friends, let us see what is this system is all about. The nervous system is a group of organs that coordinates body action by transmitting sensory signals to and from different parts of its body. This nervous system is divided into two parts. One is central nervous system and another is peripheral nervous system. This central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord, whereas peripheral nervous system consists of nerves. And these nerves are peripheral nerves and autonomic nerves. These peripheral nerves are further classified into this spinal nerve, which are 31 in pairs, and cranial nerve, which are 12 in pairs. Autonomic nervous nerve is further classified into sympathetic nerve and parasympathetic nerve. So friends, we have seen the organs of nervous system like brain and spinal cord and nerves, and they are doing a specific function. These functions are in three consecutive orders. The first is that nervous system collects sensory inputs from the body and external environments. Then they process and interprets the sensory input. And the third one is they respond appropriately to the sensory input. So these three consecutive steps is being done by the organs of nervous system. So friends, three actions which are done by three main organs of nervous system, which are brain, spinal cord and nerves. Now one by one we will see about all these organs. First is brain. In this picture you are seeing the anatomy of brain. See friends, brain coordinates and controls all the body function. This brain is located in the cranial cavity, and this brain is covered with three-layered membrane called meninges. Friends, this meninges protect the brain. Since it is three-layered, the upper layer is dura mater, the middle layer is arachnoid, and the inner layer is pia mater. And the space in between pia mater and arachnoid mater, there is a fluid called cerebrospinal fluid. And all these dura mater, arachnoid and pia mater, along with cerebrospinal fluid, they protect the brain. Now friends, we will see the parts of brain. See, this brain is divided into three main parts, that is forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. This forebrain is known as cerebrum and the midbrain, and we have hindbrain, which is further classified into cerebellum, then pons and medulla oblongata. So friends, we have seen that brain is divided into five parts: cerebrum, midbrain, cerebellum, pons and medulla oblongata. Now one by one we will see about these parts of brain. The first is cerebrum. This cerebrum is divided into two hemispheres, and each hemisphere has four different lobes. These lobes are frontal lobes, which are responsible for thinking, memory, intelligence, reasoning and calculation. The second lobe is parietal lobe, and these lobes are responsible for receiving message from opposite half of the body. Third one is occipital lobes, and they are responsible for perception and interpretation of visual impulse and eyes. And the fourth one is temporal lobe, and they are responsible for perception and interpretation of sound impulse from ear and smell from nose. Friends, after cerebrum we have midbrain. This midbrain is the center part of brain which connects cerebrum above and pons below. They are the relay station of visual impulse and hearing impulse. Friends, after midbrain we have hindbrain, which is further classified into pons, medulla oblongata and cerebellum. These pons are responsible to regulate respiration. Cerebellum regulates body movement and posture, whereas medulla oblongata regulates blood pressure, peristaltic movement, coughing and sneezing. Friends, we have seen the different parts of brain. Now we will see the other organ of nervous system. The next organ is a spinal cord. This spinal cord is the nerve cord which extends from the base of the skull to the first lumbar of vertebral column. This spinal cord, it passes through the hollow space of vertebra, and the function of a spinal cord is to carry electrical impulse between brain and other part of the body through a spinal nerve. Friends, the other organ of nervous system is nerve. This nerve is a collection of nerve fiber which carry electrical impulse between central nervous system, that is brain and spinal cord, and other parts of the body. The nerve fiber are the nervous tissue made up of nerve cell, and these nerve cell are called neuron. Now friends, we will see this neuron. Neuron is the smallest structural and functional unit of nervous system. In this picture you are seeing the anatomy of neuron, that is a structure of neuron. This structure of neuron is divided into three parts, that is cell body, dendrites and axon. In the cell body we have nucleus, and the dendrites are the finger like projection which are present in the cell body. There is a tail called axon, and it is in this axon we have node of Ranvier and Schwann cells. These two cells helps in transmitting the nerve impulse. Friends, this neuron, these nerves functionally are divided into three parts, three types. So these type of nerves are sensory nerves or efferent nerves, motor nerves or efferent nerves, and mixed nerves. So friends, we have seen that functionally the nerves are divided into sensory, motor and mixed nerve. Now one by one we will see what are the function of these nerves. Friends, the nerves which carry the impulse from periphery to brain are called sensory or efferent nerves, and the nerves which carry the nerve impulse from brain to periphery, they are called motor or efferent nerves, and the nerves which carry sensory as well as motor impulse, they are called mixed nerves. So we have seen the three different types of nerves according to its function. Now friends, these nerves, as you know, they are in groups, and these nerves are group of neurons, and each neurons are attached with one another. The junction of which they are attached is called synapse. Friends, in this synapse, one neuron is attached with another neuron. Friends, now we have to understand that how these nerve impulse are transmitted from one neuron to another neuron. See friends, these nerve impulse are carried by neurotransmitter from one neuron to another neuron. These neurotransmitters are chemical mediators and are stored in the form of granules at the end of each neuron, and they help to carry nerve impulse from one neuron to another neuron. Friends, this process of neurotransmission takes place at the synaptic cleft, which is the junction of one neuron to another. Friends, you have seen the synapse, which is the synaptic cleft, and this is the junction between one neuron to another neuron. Friends, When nerve impulse or electrical impulse arrive at the end of neuron, these neurotransmitter enables these nerve impulse to jump across the gap, and finally they are carried into another neurons. This is how the transmission takes place between these neurons. Friends, we have to remember that these neurotransmitter play a very important role in this neurotransmission. Some of the important neurotransmitter which are present in our body are acetylcholine, serotonin, noradrenaline, GABA, GABA. GABA is gamma aminobutyric acid, glutamate, endorphin, etc. So these are the neurotransmitters which plays a very important role in transmitting nerve impulse from one neuron to another neuron. Now friends, according to the locations, these nerves are also classified. So we will see the type of nerves by its location. These nerves by its location are classified into two types, that is a spinal nerve and cranial nerve. They are also called as peripheral nerves. Now we will see the spinal nerve. Friend, this spinal nerve are 31 pairs and they are attached with a spinal nerve, and they all are mixed nerve according to its function. The spinal nerves are named as per their locations. These are 8 cervical nerves, 12 thoracic nerves, 5 lumbar and 6 sacral nerves. All these are 31 pair of spinal nerves and they are named as per their locations of vertebra. Friends, now we will see the cranial nerve. Cranial nerves are 12 in pairs. Functionally, 3 are sensory nerves, 4 are mixed nerves and 5 are motor nerves among 12 pairs. These are attached with brains. These are attached with brain and they are designed by serial number and the name. Like you see in the picture, the first is olfactory, second is optic nerve, third is oculomotor, and so on. The most important is 10th one, that is vagus, because from vagus all the internal organs like pharynx, heart, lungs, bronchi, GI tract, all the important internal organs are attached with this vagus nerve. So it is very important, cranial nerve. Now friends, we have seen the different parts of nerve, that is peripheral nerve. They are cranial nerve as well as a spinal nerve. Now we will see the autonomic nerve. This autonomic nerve acts on its own. They are not regulated by brain and spinal cord. These autonomic nerves is classified into sympathetic nerve and parasympathetic nerve. Now we will see the function of these two, sympathetic and parasympathetic nerve. See friends, sympathetic nerve speed up activity of heart, whereas parasympathetic nerve slows the activity of heart. Sympathetic nerve raises blood pressure, whereas parasympathetic nerve lowers blood pressure. Sympathetic nerve dilates pupil and bronchioles, whereas parasympathetic nerve constricts pupil and bronchioles. This sympathetic nerve decreases peristaltic movement, whereas parasympathetic nerve increases intestinal motility. These sympathetic nerve forces liver to produce more glucose from glycogen, whereas parasympathetic nerve slows respiration. So friends, here we have seen all the organs and the organs which are present in the nervous system, like brain, spinal cord and nerve. In nerve we have also seen about peripheral nerve and autonomic nerve. Now friends, we will understand how these organs coordinate with each other. Say for example, your finger when comes in contact with the fire, what will happen? I mean, when your finger will come in contact with fire unknowingly, you cannot do knowingly, but unknowingly when it comes in contact with the fire, imagine what will happen. See friends, when finger will come in contact with fire, the sensory nerve of finger will receive the impulse and take it to the brain via spinal cord. In brain, this impulse is received by mixed nerve, and then accordingly this message, this brain respond appropriately and give a reply message. This reply message is carried through this motor nerve, through mixed nerve, and this motor nerve carries this message from brain to affective organs, and thus you immediately remove your finger from the fire. So friends, you have seen the entire function of the nervous system, which is based on the reflex action. This reflex action was seen when you just removed your finger from the fire, and these reflex action involves reception of sensory impulse followed by transmission to motor neurons by means of one or more mixed neurons, and transmitting of motor impulse to affective organs. So this process is known as reflex action, and this reflex action ensembles of receptor organ, sensory or neurons, mixed neurons, motor neurons, and affective organs, and all these form an arc called reflex arc. So friends, now here we end this system, which is our nervous system. Before I finish this video, I will go through the questions which are very important for the interview. These questions are: name the organ of nervous system, what is the smallest unit of nervous system, describe the mechanism of neurotransmission, distinguish between sympathetic and parasympathetic nerve, what is meninges, distinguish between cranial and spinal nerve, describe human brain, name the 5 neurotransmitters, and describe reflex arc, and so on. So friends, you have seen the entire nervous system. Now I finish this video. Thank you very much friends for patient listening. Thank you.